Hey AYL fans, I'm Kevin Mortensen.
And I'm Gina Mortensen.
And welcome to At Your Leisure. And today we're coming to you from beautiful Bicknell, Utah in Wayne County. And what do we got going on here?
We have a dedication of their Veterans Memorial. And today is a little bit wetter than I thought it would be, but it's beautiful here. And there's been a lot of hard work put into this memorial.
You know, I love when the rain comes through and gets everything wet, but you know, it's almost like Providence. Divine Providence has a certain method about it, because right as we're getting ready to start, that sun is coming. And I've heard that there's a couple of Blackhawk
They want the rain to go away so they can land.
and some big wigs from the state and a general and a bunch of other things. This is a really cool monument. And
I really should have combed my hair for this event.
So listen, while we go and mingle with the crowd, we're going to go off and learn a little bit about all the hard work that it took to put this into place. And we're going to spend the rest of the day kind of checking out Wayne County.
Come on.
I've been on the town board for about 14 years now, mayor for the last 2 years. But the Veterans Memorial is something I've wanted to do for a long time. We just could never, the funding was always an issue. When we had this land donated, I said, you know, let's do it.
The first thing we had to do was raise money. We raised a total of about $230,000 in cash from about 220 donors. In addition, we had a lot of in-kind contributions, about another $200,000. So we have raised this cost about $400,000 plus to build. So we had a committee of 7 people. They all helped a lot. For example, my wife drew the plans. Kathy Woolsey and her son Scott did most of the landscaping and the sprinkler system. Everybody, all the businesses in Wayne County donated. Lots of people who've lived here in the past donated. Since then, we've been working to get it built. Most of the people who contributed, who helped build it, have given us great discounts. Many people have contributed. This is not just me. This is a lot of different people that contributed.
I would love to thank all the donors, very, very generous donors. And if it wasn't for those donors, this would not be possible.
Okay, as you can see, they put a lot of work into this. They had a great committee. They had people donate hundreds of thousands of dollars to make this happen. And as you can see behind us, the VIPs have arrived. They're getting ready to start the program. We're going to go and watch that program. And until we do, we're going to send you guys off to check out this week's Where To.
The Peace Gardens are tucked into 11 acres in the northwest corner of Jordan Park on a bend of the Jordan River, dedicated in 1952 as a citizenship lesson in peace and understanding between nations.
Wanted to come and see what was at the International Peace Gardens. There's a lot of cool sculptures, a lot of different elements to the different countries that are laid out, and enjoying it so far.
28 Utah-based nation organizations built unique gardens along a paved loop trail. The American Garden is the largest, dominated by a towering sculpture, Peace on Earth and Our Hope for the Children, by Utah artist Avard Fairbanks. But it's the Swiss Garden and the nearly 50-foot-high steel and plaster replica of the Matterhorn that anchors the park. Utah's Swiss community spent an estimated $10,000 in 1963 to build this impressive monolith. Fields of glorious red daylilies line its walkway. Aggressive vines engulf the legs of an arbor adorned in orange trumpet vines that leads to the iconic image of Denmark, Hans Christian Andersen's Little Mermaid. A bronze half-size replica of the original in Copenhagen Harbor, the Danish king gave permission for Salt Lake City to build the copy. Only 3 others have ever been approved. She may be my favorite statue in the gardens, probably because I've seen the original in the Danish capital. Bikes are okay on garden paths, and Fred Sfar and his grandsons pedal through ancient Greece on their wanderings.
And we just truck around looking for stuff, finding lots of beautiful country.
It's been really fun.
The boys pause at the Japanese garden to refine their artistic skills. Just 3 years after the end of World War II, a patron of Japanese art donated these 3 300-year-old granite lanterns from his Tokyo garden. Japanese cherry trees flank the entrance. A pair of stylized lions guard the gate to the China garden, while equally imposing lions mark the entrance to the Vietnam display. The Russian garden features a sculpture of two children playing cat's cradle, much to the delight of one of Jordan Park's bushy-tailed residents. The sandstone doorway from Salt Lake's 19th century Cullen Hotel marks the Lebanon exhibit, and while the nearby Dutch garden once sported a windmill, only a small reminder endures. At Scotland, we memorialize Carleen and Tom Cosgrove, kitted out in their Highland clan finery. In the stunning Garden of Mexico, a copy of the famous Olmec head sculpture dating from 900 BC and the Sunstone, an Aztec calendar, highlight the country's pre-Columbian times. Ringed in color, the 22-foot-tall Bauta stone, a later version of an ancient obelisk, silently tells the story of Norway and its people. India donated this bronze image of Buddha in 1965 and this bust of Gandhi in 1997. A bust of Margaret Thatcher highlights England's plot. At its zenith, the gardens boasted native plants and flowers from many lands, including Edelweiss from Switzerland, 30 types of Swedish lilacs, and thousands of Dutch tulips. Today, city gardeners labor to keep the park colorfully dressed in local varieties.
The flowers are gorgeous. It's international, so you get to see all the different country feels.
Reece Stein at your leisure with this week's Where To adventure at the International Peace Gardens in Salt Lake City's Jordan Park.
All in a hard day's play. Find out how many ways you can fill up a day at uintabasin.org.
Hey honey, have you seen this tire? Do you think we'll make it?
Not on that thing.
Don't let bad tires ruin your trip. With service stations at every location along I-15, we can get you back on the road with fast, friendly, professional service. Eagles Landing has everything you need along the way. Even the things you didn't know you'd need. Get ready for the road at Eagles Landing.
Dear Diary, we went camping for our vacation on Tusher Lake. We did so many fun things. You know, I learned something on this trip. Camping on Tusher Lake is way more fun than any old mouse in an amusement park.
Welcome back to At Your Leisure, everybody. We are in Katy's kitchen, one of my favorite days, and we're going to be cooking up some delicious Yardley beef.
We are. We're going to be cooking up my Hawaiian meatloaf. You definitely need to try this recipe.
Oh, what's in it, sister?
What you need today is 2 pounds Yardley steak burger, 1 medium onion diced, 2 8-ounce cans pineapple tidbits drained but save your juice, a 4-ounce can of green chilies, 8 King's Hawaiian rolls dried for your breadcrumbs, 4 eggs, salt and pepper, Worcestershire sauce, a ½ pound of bacon cut in half-size strips, 2 cups ketchup, 3 tablespoons pineapple juice, 5 tablespoons of cane sugar, and 1 teaspoon of dried mustard. We start with a little bit of butter. We got to melt it down because what we want to do, we want to saute our onions and the green chilies. I like to get them soft with this.
Nice. Look at those little chilies.
So there goes your green chilies.
Nice. You get those right out of a can, right?
Oh yeah, I do. So you just want to kind of stir it around, let them soften a little bit.
Smells good.
Once your onions have sauteed and they're a nice translucent color, just set them aside for about 5-10 minutes before you start mixing everything up. Once your onions and green chilies have cooled, you want to add them to your Yardley steak burger.
Oh yeah.
Put some salt, some pepper, the pineapple tidbits.
Indeed. Look at those. Beautiful.
Okay. The 4 eggs.
Okay. Beautiful. And you don't whip those up first. You just dump
Nope,
them in.
I just dump them right in there.
Perfect.
Right? Let me put some little Worcestershire, about 4 or 5 shakes. Yeah, you gotta have a little Worcestershire in your beef. And then this is my other secret ingredient, the King's Hawaiian rolls.
Hence the Hawaiian.
Hence the Hawaiian. You gotta stick with the Hawaiian theme on this.
I love those. Just so good.
So now here's where we get dirty.
Dig in, sister. I'm glad that you have this part. Not really.
It is a messy part, very messy part.
So you're gonna like make it like a big beautiful. You really are a queen when it comes to meatloafs. You know, you're super good at making these. Look at the. Oh my gosh, it looks so good.
After I get it made into a loaf, we are actually going to wrap it in bacon. Who doesn't love bacon?
Get out of here. I just washed my hands. I think I
Perfect.
can do that. Or I can hand it to you.
You know, either way, you can help if you want. I know, it's fun to play with your food. Yep. There we go.
Okay.
Now what we want to do now, take our ketchup, our pineapple juice, cane sugar, and dry mustard mixture, and then you want to take and you want to put a little bit on. You don't want to put too much, you want to put just enough on. Just to kind of give it a little bit of a glaze. If you would do me a favor, Rhea, would you open that oven for me and I will put it in.
Yep.
We want to let it bake for 45 minutes. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna put a little bit extra sauce on top and then bake it for another 25 minutes. So let's take it out of the oven. So,
you know what? I would eat this right now.
It's not quite done.
Okay.
You will be able to soon. And now we're gonna put a little bit more sauce, well, a lot more sauce on top. Oh, look at that.
Oh, it's beautiful.
We're gonna put it back in the oven for 25 minutes.
Okay.
Make sure, very important, let it rest for 15 minutes.
It is literally a Hawaiian luau in your mouth.
No, that's good.
It is.
This is absolutely. Oh, there you go. She's off.
All right. Well, guess what, Rhea? We get the baby.
Oh my
She might get meatloaf, but we get the baby.
You get some too. Thank you so much for joining us today. If you want this recipe, just go right down here. The recipe will be down here. If you want to taste these delicious Yardley meats, there's right here. Here's the website. And it really does make a difference, Katy.
It does make a difference in everything you cook. The Yardley beef is amazing.
We'll see you next time.
Yes, the great outdoors is wide open. So why not make the most of it? Expand your family's freedom with the off-road's best. Like the only built-in GPS that doesn't require a cell connection, and group tracking that lets you spread out on the trail, but stay together for the journey. Polaris. Think outside.
Coming down into the little valley and stuff, you can look over the whole thing. For me, I can just feel the stress just kind of melt away. There's so many trails to go up on and explore. The desert, and then you've got the lake, you got the mountains. It's just a little bit of everything. It's a little piece of paradise out here. Pretty much anybody that I've brought up here, they will ask, can we come back?
At Steadman's Recreation, trucks are arriving daily with back-ordered side-by-sides, ATVs, and dirt bikes. Let Steadman's Recreation help get you outside so you can explore and create memories to last a lifetime. Call or stop by Steadman's to hold your side-by-side, ATV, or dirt bike with a small deposit. Yamaha, Honda, Polaris, and Beta. Plus, Steadman's has a full service department and Honda power equipment.
Steadman's Recreation in Tooele. You may think it's 300 miles out here, but remember, it's only 30 miles back.
Welcome back to At Your Leisure. We just had a wonderful experience here with an amazing ceremony. There was taps, 21 gun salute, and lots of tears.
Right, everything that you'd expect. And I want to take just a personal minute. You know, I'm the grandson of a Pearl Harbor survivor and a D-Day survivor. And as I look at the names that are on that monument and all of these veterans memorials that are popping around the country, they're not just names. These are guys that jumped off of ships, ran into gunfire, they watched their friends die. These guys saw the worst of the worst, and they did it for the best of the best reasons. And they deserve the very best that we could offer. And this was the least of what we could do. But how about a town coming together and raising $400,000 in order to put their names in granite, to memorialize them forever? We'll never know the experiences and events that led to them getting their names on that. Thanks for allowing me that personal moment, but we still have a show to put on, and we're gonna grab our kids and we're gonna go check out the best of what Wayne County has to offer. And while we do that, we're gonna send you guys off to talk about what this monument really means.
It's meant to be a combination of a historical memorial and a veterans memorial. So we wanted to honor those who settled the valley, and we also wanted to honor those who have spilled their blood to give us the freedoms that we have. If you come into the memorial, you'll see 8 different kiosks that highlight various elements of our history, how we got our water, how we built the early roads, who settled this valley, who settled this town. And you'll also see some great monuments to honor our veterans. You'll see one monument that's called Freedom Isn't Free, with all of those who lost their lives and who are prisoners of war at the bottom.
I'm a veteran of World War II. I was raised here and was here for my first 18 years.
Small towns or the American public is really what makes the United States military as effective as it is, as good as it is, because it's community-based, it's people that care about each other and want to take care of each other.
So we're honoring the veterans. You'll also see a covered wagon that was restored. It was found out on the Parker Mountain, and that wagon was restored and given to us, donated by some people from Antimony, Warner and Maggie Stewart. And so anything that's Bicknell related you'll find in here, both historical and veteran related.
Okay, so now if you're a veteran, we salute you. Thank you. If you're not a veteran, be sure to thank one and salute them. So we've spent all day here in Bicknell. What a cute town.
Definitely cute. I've heard they have famous for some pies.
Go to the Sunglow Cafe, is that what it's called?
Sunglow. We haven't tried them, but maybe because there's chocolate not in the names. There's pickle and pinto bean and I don't know.
A couple of weeks ago we were at the Ideal Dairy and they were selling Sunglow pies. And so this is where they come from. We need to go check them out.
We do, but the red rocks just down this road look like someplace I would love to go hiking.
Look, that's what Southern Utah's famous for, and we've got a little bit of time left today.
I'm gonna go hike these mountains.
So listen, I'm gonna follow her. We're gonna send you guys off to check out this week's Along the Way, sponsored by Rocky Mountain ATV.
As far as I can tell, we're somewhere in Uintas. Most likely, look, we park at Murdoch Basin, so at Murdoch Basin, we end up on a canyon overlook. From a Murdoch Basin, you head up back west to overlook the Mirror Lake Highway. It calls Canyon Overlook Road. Well, it's always nice to share places that people have never been before, and even if they've been here before, it never is the same, even when you come in second or third time.
I don't think there's any place like it in the world. I love it. I love the mountains, I love the Uintas, I love the green. That's the nice thing about the Uintas is that anywhere you go, 15, 20 minutes in one direction or the other, you're gonna run into something. So the lakes are beautiful. You wanna take a swim, you take a swim. Temperatures aren't so bad up here. The waterfall here is just amazing.
I mean, sometimes we ride hard, we ride fast, and sometimes we go too fast. The older we get, it seems like we slow down a little bit more and enjoy the scenery. But it's a lot cooler up here. I think more and more people are getting out and enjoying this. I mean, I've lived in Utah my life and I haven't seen just a fraction of the trails. And it's nice to have friends that kind of prod me to get out once in a while.
I like to come out because of all the lakes. There's so many lakes up here that you can ride to and dip your toe in if you need to. It's just always so beautiful up here. I think that's the draw for me. And there's not many places up here in the Uintas where you can see waterfalls like this.
Everyone should come over here and enjoy the little bit of paradise.
I mean, it's 30, 45-minute ride. It's rocky in places. For me, the faster you go, the smoother it is. So, but with as many people as up here, it's kind of hard to go fast. You just take it easy.
I like to swish my tail in the back to get a little dust for my buddy, you know, when I'm looking behind me. It's not intentional, by the way. I mean, I'm not here for a long time. I'm here for a good time. I just like to spend time with my friends. I would probably never even get out if it wasn't for these guys. And him working at Steadman's, it kind of gets him out even more.
Well, anything else you want?
Yeah.
The scenery's part of it. My friends are the other part. I just like to ride with my friends, so my wife loves it. Everybody loves it.
Might be 500 miles up here, but it's only 50 miles back.
Nailed it.
Can-Am takes terrain domination to a whole new level by partnering with Fox to introduce Smart Shocks, the industry's first fully self-adjustable suspension technology. This enhanced system works seamlessly to prevent excessive squat during hard acceleration, reduce body roll, and improve traction and stability while cornering, and reduce weight transfer while braking. The Can-Am Smart Shocks technology delivers the ultimate performance, control, and comfort on any terrain.
Well, welcome back to At Your Leisure, everybody. I hope you're enjoying the show today. As you can see, we came to Wayne County for the Veterans Memorial dedication. It's quite a big to-do out here. A lot of VIPs came in. It was a good time, but you can't come to Wayne County without kind of venturing out and seeing some of the cool stuff that's out here.
This is a beautiful campground, and we're not even,
Where are
2
we?
minutes outside. We're at the Sun Glow Campground, just outside of Bicknell, like literally just outside of Bicknell. And the views, I see this every show, but Utah's so beautiful. The views are beautiful, and I'm going to take lots of pictures of my kids hiking up these mountains and in these hills.
You know, I think I'd like to go back and see what's back in here. I know we've been here before. We've camped here before as a family. This is not a well-known campground, but it is Forest Service maintained.
It's quiet, it's beautiful, well-maintained. And while we go check out what's here, you guys get to go check out this week's sticker winner.
This week's contest winner was submitted to us on Facebook by Chase and Lyndsee Anderson. Congratulations to the Andersons. It looks like you're the lucky winners of a $400 gift certificate to RIFAB.
RIFAB offers the best custom metal fabrication for your rig. Visit rifab.com for more details.
Be sure to call us on Monday at 801-947-8888 to claim your prize. Now let's take a look at the Trail of the Week.
This week's Trail of the Week is the Hard Scrabble Trail, which is located in Washington County next to the town of Enterprise.
To get more information on this trail or any of the other trails that we've completed on the Trails 360 project, visit outsiders.zone.
Now, let's take a look at next week's show.
Next week, Chad and Ree are joining up with our friends at Jorgensen's as they talk about proper gun safety and maintenance, as well as taking a look at some of the new innovations in that industry.
Then, the AYL crew is getting back out on another great trail, and this time we're headed to the Aeropine Trail in Sanpete County.
And finally, we're taking a look at fig grants to see how they've been able to help the town of Wellington connect with the OHV community.
Well, next week's show looks amazing.
You know what I was thinking as we were walking up this canyon? When you live in a city, they build playgrounds for kids. And for those of us that live out here in rural Utah, Mother Nature built an amazing playground.
It's beautiful here, and the town is small, and the people are friendly, and the area is beautiful. And there's so much history in each of these little towns.
Every little town's different. It's got its own character. And so now, we know we're not traveling across the world. Now's the time to get out and see these little places in Utah, visit these little towns, see that cool historic site that they built down there in Bicknell and, you know, in other towns around Wayne County, and learn the history, but look at where we're at. Take a minute to get off the highway and come up here and find some of these fun places and let your kids run.
It's definitely not 100 degrees, but it's a really great place to spend a weekend.
You know why? Because what we're finding out as we traveled around the state, that when we get in the truck and we go, if you know where to look, there really is adventure around every bend.
You just have to get out there and create it yourself.
At your leisure.